My eating disorder probably started when I was about 12, and it was always coupled with depression. So even when I was younger, I was just always a pretty depressed person. And in college, the depression got really bad, the eating disorder got really bad. And, it just wasn't what I think people picture college to be like. It was really sad and really lonely. At some point, I wasn't going to classes, I was really depressed, and I was just like, my parents helped me pay for my college, and I was just like, I don't know what they're paying for because I'm not actually going to classes anymore. I knew of the Renfrew Center because I had tried to find help for my roommate, and so I called from my dorm room and did an over-the-phone intake, then came here and did an in-person intake. I remember the first few days being really challenging, just trying to adjust, but then feeling like I finally had some breathing room. I felt like being in residential gave me the permission to do the things that I really wanted to do that the eating disorder was not allowing me to do. I felt very confused, and I felt like I didn't talk a lot. I couldn't find the words that I needed. So I think my first time here, I spent so much time in art therapy. I just wasn't ready to get better though, So the moment I went back to college, I relapsed really quickly, and then I came back to the residential. My second time here, I had found my voice, and I had found the words. I talked a lot, and I think a lot of it was the counselors that were just walking around and kind of always available, but I remember talking a lot. I felt stronger, and I felt like I had tools, and I felt like I had a community and a way to say what I needed to say. Also, you have a lot of family therapy here, and so going home, I felt much more supported with my family. When I was in the midst of my eating disorder, I really didn't have a life. I was in college, but I wasn't going to classes. I had friends, but I wasn't going out with my friends. I loved my family, but I was very disconnected from them. But in recovery, my life is just moving forward. So I was able to get jobs and, have boyfriends and all of these things that I would hope most people in their 20s would be able to do. So I just think life after my eating disorder there's so much fullness. What I would say for someone who is, whether they're curious about treatment or they're ready to go to treatment, is it would be so normal to be afraid, but it's also probably the best gift that they can give themselves, because life with an eating disorder is not really a life at all. And I think people can't imagine letting go of that, but it's kind of a leap of faith. It's kind of you've just got to trust the people that have done it before you, that are saying, I've done it, I've been to Renfrew, it was really helpful, the grounds were beautiful, the staff was supportive. There was nothing like being surrounded by a group of people that just understood. I met friends here, and I had a lot of fun here, and we had a lot of laughs together, and I'm 10 years out and I still keep in touch with some of them. And so I think it would be weird if you weren't afraid, but I think before anything really amazing happens, there's a little bit of fear, because it means you are stepping outside of your comfort zone. You really are at the precipice of you just got to jump and trust that people are going to teach you how to swim. And I feel like that's what I did when I came here. And I feel like, Renfrew was like swimming lessons.